Daniel, I understand Ricardo's point that this event has been revolutionized, both on the men's and women's side, to the extent that we're seeing things now that we probably never thought possible 2 decades ago.
Absolutely. Sub 46, that was inconceivable before the Norwegian Viking took the event to new levels. And this man, Rai Benjamin, is one who people believe can go faster. He is much faster at 400, a pretty efficient, quick hurdler. And he is right there, 46-1, his personal best.
Jaheel Hyde fell in his semi-final 3 years ago in Tokyo. He's hoping to put that wrong right here. Carl Benstrom, third at the European Championships earlier this year, has gotten 47.94. Goucher, a world under 20 silver medalist back in 2022. He was in the European final as well. And Kyron McMaster, the fastest fourth place finisher in the history of the Olympic Games. Ridiculous race in Tokyo. Abdurrahman Samba, who finished 5th, ran 47.12.
In his last race, Kyron McMaster ran 47.81. That was a few weeks ago at the London Diamond League, so he's been rounding into shape, peaking at the right time, and I expect that form to continue here. Hyde will have to go with Benjamin.
McMaster, 8 on the all-time list. It was 47.08 run in Tokyo 3 years ago.
The top 3 from each heat, plus the next 3 fastest to advance to the semi-final round. All the others will advance to the repechage round. Looking at the 400 meters yesterday, Daniel and Lance, and I think it's almost cruel on the athletes. You run mid-44s and then you have to come back the next day to run a repechage round. Really not a fan of this repechage round in track and field. The more I think about it and the more I've seen it unfold at these Olympic Games.
It definitely punishes the faster athletes, and the second chance is really for the athletes who wouldn't have qualified by time. And I don't know how we balance that. It's good for one set of athletes, but it's clear punishment for the faster athletes.
Yeah, you just wonder if there is room for revision of some of these rules. I know over the past couple of decades the false start rule went through some changes, almost as if sometimes you think it's experimental coming from the governing body. So let's see what happens here in the future, because this is a very debatable development, this repechage here in track and field. They go for the first heat in the men's 400 hurdles. Hyde has gone out pretty swiftly. Rai Benjamin coasting at the moment. Hyde is probably the leader at the moment, along with McMaster on the inside in blue from the British Virgin Islands. Hyde running well. Benjamin, now, as his dad did bowling for the West Indies in the 1980s and 90s, quickens his pace and comes off the turn in front of Hyde and McMaster. Rai Benjamin coasting over the final hurdle. Oh, this is smooth from the American. Former Antigua and Barbuda representative Rai Benjamin, 48.83. Pretty smooth for the big man. The 2 Caribbean men chasing him to the finish.
That was a very, very good race. 2 Caribbean athletes qualified.
That one had the potential to be tricky for the two English-speaking Caribbean athletes because the Swede European bronze medalist was in the field and a sub-48 performer, so he always threatened close fast, but by that time Hyde had done his work, and Kyron McMaster having to quicken his steps in the closing stages to guarantee qualification and avoid having to go through the repechage round. But Rai Benjamin looking in spanking form. That's very easy qualification for him, and he's had some big wins this year over the big boys, and he gets through qualifying easily.
48.82, 49.08 for Jaheel Hyde, McMaster 49.24. Jaheel Hyde, a world junior champion over 400 hurdles and a world youth champion over 110-meter hurdles in his junior years, displaying his versatility as a hurdler, not just the one lap, but sprint hurdles as well.